the channel. Today I've got a first run impressions video on these, the new CLOUDMONSTER 2s. The CLOUDMONSTER was my favourite running shoe of the previous year in terms of daily trainers. It has been for a couple of years actually, so I'm looking forward to test this new one out. And we have just flown out. I say we, I'm here with my little sister Ellie. We've come out to Seville for the marathon weekend. So it's currently Friday at about 5 o'clock. So we've been travelling here today. This is our apartment. Quite a nice little place in the centre of Seville. So yeah, gonna take the shoes out for a bit of a spin. Ellie's gonna come with me for the first 5K and then jump on a bike or something like that. She's also gonna be running in a pair of On shoes. These are the Cloud Eclipse, also a great shoe. I think I brought her, was it for Christmas?
Yeah, for Christmas.
So yeah, she's also in Ons, more max cushioned, but I'll be running in the new CLOUDMONSTER, which has also added a bit more stack height, so it's even more cushion than the previous version. So I'm basically just going to talk you through some first impressions, what's changed, and yeah, is it worth upgrading from the 1 to the 2? But anyway, just going to get changed in some kit. Let me quickly show you around the place. This is the kitchen, little kitchen. Nice bathroom, and that's the bedroom. Nice little place. But yeah, gonna get changed in some kit and head out for a first run in the new CLOUDMONSTER 2s. Okay, nice and easy. I'm getting told off already for going too quick. So the plan is, Ellie is gonna run, what do you reckon, 5K? 5K, see how she gets on. Then we're going to try and find some sort of rentable device, either a bike or a scooter, and then yeah, I'll get to do a little bit longer run to properly test out the shoes. But yeah, the weather's beautiful, it's about 20 degrees. Yeah, as I said, the sun will be setting shortly, so yeah, should be a nice little run. No idea where we're going, we're just going to explore. Sun's out. I'm not used to this. My eyes can't handle it. We haven't seen the sun in the UK for what feels like at least a month anyway. But yeah, the weather is beautiful. So we're about 3 kilometers into the run. The weather here is lovely. I think we've both been caught off guard a little bit about how warm it is. Saw a road sign that said 23 degrees. But yeah, the monsters are really nice. Very familiar to what the original monsters felt like, which I think is a good thing. They've not moved away too much from that first version, but I'm definitely feeling a few changes. Slightly higher stack height, only by about 5 or 6 mil. Can feel that in the forefoot, noticeably a little bit more sort of energy return, more energy return in the front of the shoe, maybe due to that dual density midsole. But yeah, very comfortable. Slightly improved lacing system, and a little bit more plush in the heel, but only very minor changes. If you like the on CLOUDMONSTER 1, then you're going to love the 2. For me, someone who loved the first version, I'm glad to see that the 2 isn't too far away from that original one. Okay, so we've finished the first 5K in about 6-minute kilometre pace. Ellie's just picked up a bike, she's just testing it out, and she's going to follow me for the next sort of 10-15, see how we get on, maybe a bit longer. It's quite nice the weather over here, so it's nice to make the most of it. Oh, she's going anyway. Where are you going? That way? We're off apparently. Now I've got to keep up. So we just finished the run, about 15 kilometres. Did you enjoy that, El?
Yeah.
5K and 10K on the bike?
Yeah, prefer the bike.
Yeah. But we just got off the line, and guess how much it cost? 18.60. €18.60. That's a hefty bill.
Whoopsie.
Hope the shoes are worth it. They were pretty good, to be fair. We're going to get washed and dressed, go out for some dinner, and then I'll talk you through some first impressions of the new CLOUDMONSTER. Cheers. Wine in Spain. order a pizza. So I'm back in the drizzly UK to share with you my first impressions of the CLOUDMONSTER 2. I've now done about 3 or 4 runs in it, so I think plenty of time to be able to do a little bit of a comparison between the two and the first version. As you can see in these two colorways, they look almost identical, but I have found that there are 9 changes. There may be more, maybe less, that I've found between the two shoes. So I'll quickly talk you through them and then let you know whether it's worth the upgrade from the original to the new version. But the CLOUDMONSTER as a shoe is just one of those that really works well for me. I'm not sure whether it's my foot strike or the way I run, but it just offers a real nice amount of cushioning, protection, and if you want to pick up the pace, you can do. I even did sessions in the original CLOUDMONSTER when I was away on holiday and I could only bring one pair of shoes, and it handles that well because it does have that nylon plate. Let's talk about a few of the changes. So the first one is the groove in the bottom of the shoe has been filled in. Big upgrade to the original. You're no longer going to get those stones annoyingly fitting into the bottom of the shoe that you have to stop and take out, so that's a big plus point. The midsole is now increased in stack height. We've got a 6mm increase, so we've now got 35mm in the heel, dropping to 29 under those toes for a 6mm drop. So yeah, that is something that is noticeable when running. Feels slightly higher, slightly more maximal, so it's going to offer a little bit more protection than the originals. I couldn't hugely tell the difference between them, but when I put the CLOUDMONSTER 1 and the 2 on foot, I could definitely feel that the 2 had a little bit more stack height. We've now got a dual density midsole. So as you can see, this orange bit and the white bit, we didn't have that in the previous version. It was just one compound, but now we've got 2 different types, and it just makes the front of the shoe feel a little bit more bouncy, maybe slightly firmer under the toes. It is a very minor change, and again, unless you've got both of the shoes on feet at the same time, it's not one that you can hugely tell the difference. The grip on this shoe has been improved ever so slightly, so in these black rubber areas here, the grooves on them are slightly deeper, and I did notice that that did offer a little bit more traction. Another very minor change is the speed board, a slightly different blend according to On of the compound used in that, so it's still a nylon plate, but it's slightly different to the one used in the one. It's not something that I could tell the difference between, if I'm totally honest, but yeah, that is one of the changes. Another change that you may be able to see between the two, very minor again, is the lacing system. So on this one, we've got these sort of like fabric eyelet change, and we only had maybe 6 of them. Now we've got 8 in the new CLOUDMONSTER, and it uses these sort of like wire grips to help improve the lockdown of the shoe. I never had any issues with lockdown on the CLOUDMONSTER 1, so that difference to me hasn't really changed much. I still get a good lockdown as I did in the previous version. In the heel here, we've got slightly more padding. Again, a very minor change just to add a little bit more comfort in the shoe. So with the increase in the stack height, slightly more plush in terms of cushioning, that has seen a little bit of a weight increase. I think it was only about 14 grams in my UK size 7.5. So very minor for me. I guess if you have a slightly bigger foot, then the weight change may be a little bit more significant. But for me, that isn't something that I could feel. And to be honest with you, I'd rather have a little bit more foam under my feet. So that sort of increase in weight was offset by the higher stack height and that increased protection. So there's 2 more final changes, and one of those is to the sustainability of this shoe. It's now made up of 92% recycled material on the upper. So yeah, a good step forward from On. They're always looking to be more sustainable. And also we've seen a price increase. When this shoe originally came out in March 2022, it was £150, and now the CLOUDMONSTER 2 is retailing at £170, which I think, to be honest with you, is the biggest downside to the shoe, is just the price increase. If you can pick this up at a discount, which you can now at ProDirect, I think they've got them in a few sizes at £128, I think people are going to go for the CLOUDMONSTER 1 over the 2 just because of the price difference. So there is 9 changes to the CLOUDMONSTER, although you can hardly tell the difference if you look at the shoes. They do feel slightly more protective, a little bit more responsive, and yeah, you get a little bit more cushioning and improved lockdown. So yeah, some good changes, but they haven't drastically changed the CLOUDMONSTER from the original one, and that is reflected in the looks as well. And to be honest with you, that was a good thing for me because I absolutely loved this shoe. So I'm going to continue to enjoy logging the miles in this one. It's definitely an improvement, but I wouldn't say it's 100% necessary to go out and upgrade. If your original, for example, is getting tired in terms of you put loads of miles in it, you need to replace it, then I would consider replacing it with the CLOUDMONSTER 2 because of those minor improvements. But if you want to pinch the pennies, then maybe the original version may be worth picking up at a discount. So yeah, that's pretty much my first impressions of the CLOUDMONSTER 2. I absolutely love this shoe from On. It's still my favourite from the brand. You can do your recovery runs, your easy runs, and as I said, you can pick up the pace if you need to. And expect a full review after 100 miles in this shoe. So if you'd like to pick it up, you can do so via ProDirect. It went live today, I believe, and I've left an affiliate link down below. So if you'd like to check it out, then please shop via that link. Just helps me out. But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon.